Alright, guys, so now let's move on to what is social commerce. So, social commerce, in general terms, uses networking sites such as Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter as vehicles to promote and sell products and services. And here are a few key things you need in order to understand and achieve success in social commerce. So you have to have the right mindset. Mindset is important. You have to think positive, which will lead to success. Next, you have to have the motivation. Motivation is what helps you drive your passion towards achieving success. You have to always be passionate in whatever you are doing, especially in social commerce, where you are generating sales with your skills in creating content. Next, you have to have courage. You have to have courage to try new things, courage to be creative, courage to actually be different amongst others. Next, freedom. Next, freedom. You are free to create any content you'd like. You are free to promote your store, your creative posts, your marketing collaterals. You are free to do whatever it is as long as it is within the guidelines. So now that you know a few key things regarding social commerce, let's move on. Alright, here is the IDA model. IDA model helps you attract people with postings, but how do you fully utilize IDA models and what is IDA models really is? So, the first part in IDA model is attention, audiences. It is important to capture the reader's attention with bold and catchy headlines. Your headlines have to show impact. You have to have a wow factor in your headlines, which will then proceed to capture the reader's interest. Yes, next is the interest. You have to engage the reader with an offer or something unique and interesting. Think outside of the box. What the audience want? What are the audience's interests? Maybe they are interested in beauty and makeups. So all you have to do is actually promote more regarding beauty and makeup products and engage them with creative beauty and makeups posting. So now moving on to desire. What is desire? It is important to invoke emotional desire and attachment to the product. For example, beauty and makeup. What does beauty and makeup products help? They help you sometimes cover your gray hair, sometimes cover your acne spots. So you have to show the usability of the product, which makes the audiences to want the product more, desire to have the product. Make sure it is invoking emotional desire for the readers to go and purchase your product. Moving on, content. So, product information, associated benefits, or customer reviews actually help customers decide that they will buy your product. Maybe you can add testimonials, you can add the usability, the reliability of your product, which will convince the customers on buying the product on your store. Make sure to show them what they should know. So, this is the importance of content. And lastly, action. Action is important, very important. You have to add a button, link, or contact information or offer on your product to encourage your potential customer to engage, purchase the product. Also, action help eases the process of buying on your store for the customers. Always add a call to action so that it will help your customers with the buying process. So how do you actually utilize these IDA models? Don't worry, I'll show you in the next slide. So here are a few examples of postings with IDA models applied. You can see that in these postings that they use attractive headline to grab viewers' attention. Always make sure that your headlines are attractive. As they say, first impression is extremely important. If your potential customers are impressed with the headline, they will continue to read on your post. Next, desire. Make sure to invoke emotional attachment and testimonials or recommendations so that it will create the desire to purchase for your customers. Next is interest. Make sure that you entice with engaging offers. For example, there are deals, there are trade rebates, there are discounts. Make sure to put whatever offers available in your post so that the customers will be interested in buying the products available in your store. Moving on, the content. So product information helps your target audience make the decision to buy your product. Put whatever information that you think the customer needed in your post which will then convince your audiences to actually purchase the product on your store. And lastly, action. It is always important to add call to action, links, and buttons that encourage the customer to engage immediately. Maybe once the customer is fully convinced on buying, they want to access your store in order to purchase. So, how to access? If you put the links to your store, it will help them with the buying process. So always make sure to put call to action, links, buttons, which then will convince and encourage the customers to engage immediately.